Good day, this is Architect Mhykee, CEO of ITC, and we are in P1U. We're in the Mat 3 area right now. As you can see, we're now on grade, or at least in the level of the original NGL, or almost. There was a regional backfill here about 0.8, but this one is now level on the road. This means that we are now out of the woods, but technically out of the water level. Water is just a few feet below here, 1 or 2 feet below, and we are above that now. Finally, we have some dry lands. Nice to see that everything's dry. Actually, it's drizzling a little bit right now, but this is way better than the previous rains. We're assuming that the rainy days are over and it's gonna be drier all the rest of the months where we're doing the foundation works. As you can see over there, that's the second floor. We normally start with the SOG, or the slab on grade, unless the MEPS drawings are not yet final, like the pipes layouts and all the conduits and roughing-ins are not yet final. Then we have to skip it because we normally embed them on the slab on grade, of course, and we have some sanitary pipes also below that. They're all ready. We do the SOG so that we'll have a firmer support there. The scaffolding should rest properly on the cement, right? The slab on grade. There will be no risk anymore of settlement with the soil, although it's not impossible, but we do that also sometimes. There's a need to go to the second floor right away. But in this case, since we have tanks over there, that's most of the areas are already cemented, we decided to go for the second floor, and that's it. We also have the first lift installed. We have some column ties already there for the second floor, and it's looking really good. It's a big relief that we're out of the waters. Over here, we have the FTB, or the footing tie beam, which most of the non-technical people do not see or do not understand, because what we see, of course, are usually above ground. These are the beams. They're technically beams like the one you see on top of the ceiling, where the floors are resting on, but it's situated on the lower part that will hold the footings together. It's like a belt along the feet. So imagine if we have a very tall table and it's well supported on top, but the bottom legs are not connected, it might wobble, right? But if you connect the lower legs also, then it will be better, especially during earthquakes. And take note, this is a 7-story building, so as you can see, the FTVs are really large, possibly as large as the other beams. You can see here the forms there. These are not wall footings, which we normally see between column to columns on the ground floor, but they are literally beams. And on the way there, that's our excavator preparing mat 2. As to our elevation, you can see here that we're already collecting some imported soil for our backfill, because we will be approximately 80 cm above the street, or the NGL, or the natural grade line, and we're gonna prepare that one for backfilling a little advance for the materials, so that after we pour the FTV and keep it secured, we'll cover this one there all the way up there to the ground floor. So those are advanced deliveries that when they're ready, we're just gonna spread and compact them. And notice also we skip the FTV parts there. See, it's right in the middle where it won't obstruct the pouring of the FTV. We are here right now, still in the mat 1 area. This time I'm gonna show you the sheet piles. There, we decided to backfill one more layer before we remove them, just to be safe, so that the ground would be, this one, the one within the building, will be properly compacted first, so that when you pull this one out, the soil behind that won't move towards the new building, and it will be safer. That's all around there, as you can see, all around the building, this side and even the street side. We're gonna use that later in the next areas, like mat 1. The mat 3 is the biggest one right here, then mat 2 on the corner, and then mat 1 on the L-shaped other sides. there. You can see it from here because it turns all the way there. So this is a 3-sided lot with 3 streets around. Finally, we're now on the second floor preparations. Those are the tanks below. It's almost on the same level as the ground floor. So that's why we decided to advance this area towards the second floor. As you've noticed here, there's no slab yet, and it's not yet on grade, or at least below the FFL line for the slab. But here we have concrete floors already because those are the tank covers, and because of that, we can now properly rest our scaffolding there for the second floor pouring. So this area is really advanced. It was supposed to be together with the rest of this, but since this one is free already, it's not part of our schedule. Overall, it moved, I would say, at least a week of advance. Overall, we're now about a month advanced. And syempre, wag tayo pang kampante kasi marami pang pwedeng mangyari. So we'd like to even increase that advance to 6 weeks or even 2 months. Especially it's not raining that much anymore. Let's go to Mat 2 next on our next video. We are now in the Mat 2 area, the corner over here. For those who haven't seen the previous video, this are the tanks, sister tank and fire tank. We're gonna make another one for the rainwater tank somewhere here. It's gonna be an additional scope. We're going to try to collect also the spring waters from below and make use of them, part of the gray water system. This one here is the elevator shaft. As you can see, it's a reinforced concrete wall. We don't have yet the details of the elevator supplier. I think it has not been awarded yet. We have to put this on hold. We don't know how deep the pit should be, and the guide rails, the distances, the clearance, and all that. I told them to put that on hold first until the final supplier is finalized, of course, until they give their comments before we continue, para iwas tayo bakbak if may problema. Especially those are really thick walls. Check out the bars. They're so 32 mm, and if you can see there, sobrang dikit-dikit. This one, look at that solid thing. Malapot ang babakbak yan. Check this out. Looks like a cage for super villains. Look at the rebars and all the ties going inside. I hope you can see it. I'll try to go closer. Look at those rebars. I'm not sure if 3/4 aggregate can pass through these gaps, but to be safe, we usually use smaller ones like 3/8. There you go, and this is supposed to be the pit. We hope we retain the depth. On that wall there is the property line already. Sunod na yan na gagawin. That's our backhoe fixing the surrounding area for Mat 2. As mentioned, let's go to Mat 1. And here we are in the Mat 1 area over there, still to be excavated. And as mentioned, the excavator is preparing already this area. This used to be our stockpile for our rebars there, but we're removing them now because we're gonna use the space. It's kind of double handling, but we had no choice when we're still clearing the area. That's the best space we got because, as you noticed, there's no empty lot or space around the building. It's property to property line with just some minimal setbacks on the side. No square or rectangular area we can work on. So here we are, our imported materials for backfill. We had to export around 5,000 at least of soil. Now we're gonna import them back or even more because the final floor line would be higher than the previous ground line. So we have no choice but to use the space outside, temporarily close the road when it's not rush hour anymore. We have some trucks lining up over there. Then this is our EX3, and there's another one lining up. We're backfilling this portion here. We just open up the fence, let in the truck, and then close it again. for security, we have traffic aids over there and here with radios to coordinate the traffic, and of course with special permission from the barangay. Inside here is the Mat 1 area. We haven't started excavation here yet. Well, not at least to grade, but if I remember it right, we were able to cut around 1 meter here already on this portion. As you can see here, somewhere there, we have spring water gushing out. So that's not fresh water from the utility water supplier, but free water from the grounds of Laguna. And we have shit piles, of course, on all sides. There, and this side also. There, and it's all the way down. I think the excavation this area is done already, or we just need this access. There's a gate here, and once we've transferred the access there, we can start excavating here already. We have a few rebars here left, and I think we should be placing the next batch of rebars over there. In the corner, we have 5 meters setback on both sides because it's a corner lot. I think that will be enough for storage, but not for fabrication. Alright, almost done clearing this area because we're gonna do Mat 1, and we have to finish this in the excavation in a few weeks, and pouring of Mat 1 next month, and hopefully within 6 weeks we're off the ground also, like Mat 3 or MF3 as we call it. Alright, that's it for today. So if you have questions, just comment down below. We're not here to educate you. We're just sharing what we do, and maybe you'll see also why our clients get us again and again. This project is our third project from the same client, and we're doing the fourth building now already, which we just started in another province. Alright, let's start with Mhykee, your CEO for ITC, and this is P1U Project. Bye.